Okay, the CEO is what we're going to discuss. The CEO is, of course, the Chief Executive Officer. I say that to call attention to the fact that this is an executive in the company whose primary responsibility is running the company, the actual execution on a day-to-day basis, as opposed to a board member, an advisor, or the folks that are responsible for individual sections of the company. The CEO is really the execution guy, is the person inside the company running the day-to-day. So they're an officer. The CEO is, of course, is an officer, and they're the highest ranking officer. However, the CEO is not the boss of all bosses. They report to the board of directors, and the board of directors can certainly hire and fire CEOs in almost all circumstances, depending on the powers of the board. So the CEO reports to the board of directors more often than not. Really, what are they doing on a sort of general scale? They're aligning the strategic vision of the company, meaning they are taking what the board would like to do and what the other officers would like to do strategically. They're creating a plan, an operating plan. They're getting that plan approved, and then they're hiring, recruiting the right people to execute that plan. That plan may change over time, but that's a very important guiding principle for what happens inside the company. They're also really primarily responsible for bringing in other high-ranking executives and sort of convincing them that the company's going to be a good place to work. So I wrote this little diagram just sort of to show you. CEO roles vary pretty hugely across companies, but generally these are the kind of things floating around that they're responsible for. They're the connection to the board, so they might decide what happens during board meetings and what the agenda is going to be and who gets communicated with. They're the face of the company often, so they'll do an interview with the media or be quoted in an article. They're the forward-facing person inside the company. They're often leading the fundraising efforts, if there are fundraising efforts. They are the one going out telling investors what a great company is and why they should invest in it. They're building an operating plan, and their primary responsibility is execution. They're really driving the company toward its goals. So this is a hands-on operational position and the most senior and important operational position in the company.